I'm a sad emoji.
Annie's she's a petulant child today. The reason being is we went to get a new phone, and the option was to buy a 5G 16 gigabyte 16 gigabyte of RAM, 256 of storage, or 4G and the same spec. And Annie was like, I'm downgrading.
If you buy the expensive, a bit pricey, it's not really the price, but I mean the difference. But it's the same specs on what I have right now. So there's no point of getting the same specs of phone on what I have now if I already have one.
Yeah. Anyway, so we bought.
I feel bad because Kuya has a new phone and I don't have new phone.
So we bought the lower spec phone for her brother, because her brother's phone is broken, and he's got a power bank and he's got wireless headphones as well. And now Annie's there going, as you just heard, he's got a new phone and I don't have a new phone. Well, Annie's phone's only 12 months old. So this is what you have to do with a petulant Filipina. Yeah. Anyway, we're having a laugh and a joke about it, waiting for a cup of coffee. Tomorrow I'm going to be driving from Davao City to Melita, 3 hours there, and then going to have some
leave early so it's not hot.
Yeah, I'm going to have some chicken tinola.
Preparing to kill his native. Oh, this did not.
Hello, Mom. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you.
Kuya is preparing his native chicken.
So he has a native chicken.
See if he can catch his native chicken.
Yeah. So they're gonna serve me lunch. They don't know we're bringing the phone, so it's going to be a little bit of a surprise.
He thought it will be like my second-hand phone.
Yeah, he's looking for a second.
I have the second-hand because the first-hand.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm doing chocolate brownie here in. Can you open that for me, darling?
Sure.
For here in Tea and Coffee Bean. But another part of this, I was in here this morning around about midday waiting for Annie, and I met somebody, a guy, and he's been here 3 months.
Looks miserable. Oh, I don't know what happened on those 3 months.
And I turned around and said to him, I said, how are you enjoying it here? And he turned around and said, can't wait to get out of here alive. It's terrible, horrible, and all of these expletives. And Annie was there, and I got upset about it, and I tried to challenge the guy. But anyway, before he came here, he moved here. He sold everything back in Oregon, in the US of A. Sold everything and put it into a bank account. Bought some land without actually seeing it out over by Puan. And then he turned around and arrived here, got married. Yeah, got married, and he leaves on the 11th of July. The reason I was talking to him is because there's a guy called Dom who's an architect who builds houses here, and this guy was cancelling the build project on this house over in Puan. But really does not like living in Davao. Does not like anything about the country. And I said to him, I said, didn't you actually come out here to actually look at the Philippines before you committed to selling everything, buying land and getting married? No. He knew what he was doing, he knew what he was getting into, and now he can't wait to get out. And I find that's not the first time I've actually found somebody or met somebody that's here that does not like the country, does not like the Philippines, and can't wait to get back to the US of A. And but when you talk to them, I don't understand why they moved here and why they came here and the reason behind, when after 90 days, or the second person I know after 120 days, got on a plane, left his wife here, and she's still here. He's not helped her to get a visa or anything like that. It says he's employing an attorney back in the US of A to turn around and get her a visa, but that's been going on for like 3 years now. So the reason behind me talking today on my blog about this is, guys, if you're going to come here, you're going to come to paradise. There's one thing I would say you need to do first. Come here on a vacation. Look at the country firsthand and travel the country. Number 2, do not burn your bridges until you know what you want to do with your life. Yeah? 3, don't come here thinking it's going to be better than where you've just come from in the Western world. It's classed as a third world country for a reason. You're coming from a Western style of living, and if you're coming from that Western style of living, there are certain things you need to compromise and accept. Yeah, you know, you can't uproot from your idyllic paradise in the United States and think that your idyllic paradise in the United States is going to be the same in the Philippines. It says it in the name of the country, United States of America, Philippines. They're different names, different cultures, different ideologies, different mentality. You are not going to make the Philippines an American state. Ain't going to happen. Not going to happen. So, I've lived here 8 years, and I'm never trying to make Davao the same as London. Ain't going to happen. I'm here for a reason, and my reason is to live a life I can afford and I can comfortably live here, rather than in London surviving because it's too expensive. Here I can live. I have a partner that I can send to school. This guy, been here 3 months, bought some land. Now he's trying to sell the land. And I said to him, have you ever tried to sell anything in the Philippines? It's virtually impossible. Virtually impossible. You might put rush sale, and you might have turned around and spent 3 million on it. But if it's a rush, if I was going to go and look at it, I'd only offer you 500,000 peso for it. I wouldn't offer you 3 million. So there is this inherent lack of common sense from foreigners. Yeah? Understand you need to spend time here in the Philippines to understand the culture. It might have turned around and used the medical system from the USA. It might use the Senate and the government and the Republican style of government here in the Philippines. But it doesn't turn around and have 8 to 10 aircraft carriers and 350 million people being taxed to the hill. Yeah, it doesn't. There are a lot of Americans here living comfortably, and then all of a sudden you end up with one of these, what can I say? This person that believes in a vision, but the vision is nowhere near what your expectation is. You know? So anyway, so I said cheerio to the guy. And while we were walking around the mall, me and Annie's over here. There we go. See, Annie's over there, grumpy. Yeah, she's there growling. And we saw him upstairs, and we go, "Oh, how you doing?" And he was like, and I was like, "Okay." He'd lost his wife in the mall. Well, he's going back on the 11th of July, but his wife's not going with him. My estimation would be that he's married the Filipina and he's going back to the US running away, and the Filipina will end up staying here because there won't be a visa to go to the US.
I got curious with the comment about if I can get out of here alive.
See?
Why can't you get out here alive if you did not do something?
He's worried somebody's going to shoot him. He thinks it's a desperado town.
It's not really like that.
No, it's not going.
You make it sound so horrible.
Well,
maybe his choices is the horrible ones.
I think his choice is the wrong choice. He should never have got on a plane to come here. Should have stayed in Oregon. Yeah. I don't know what he's got in Oregon. He might have a beaver hut up in the mountains.
I can't say that it's really a great city, but I cannot say that it's that horrible or that bad either.
Well, anyway, so
compared to other places here.
I like Davao, but I like staying and going to Manila. But it's never going to be London. It's never going to be New York. Definitely not going to be Oregon. But do your homework, guys. Don't turn up thinking it's a Caribbean holiday camp or a resort.
Never believe in buying a land.
Yeah, don't buy land and don't get married within 90 days of you arriving here. That is BS. Okay, like, share, subscribe, and I'm going to vlog tomorrow my trip to Melita and my trip home, and I'm going to be with Jim. It's a motor vlog tomorrow. Take care.